Back with another video. We wasted no time. We took some days off, so we back on it. And this video is gonna be from my boy Hello Yasin. French Montana didn't make a dime off of one of his songs apparently. Don't know which one it is. I think I might have an idea, but we're gonna let the video tell us. Make sure you like, sub to the channel. Let's waste no time. Let's get straight to it.
What's poppin', yo? French Montana got some explaining to do because
You got some explaining to
you
do.
are all familiar. We're not pretending you're unfamiliar. Unforgettable, which is his biggest song of all time,
okay.
one of the biggest songs
Yeah, it
of
was a
all
big
time in
song.
general. He's trying to say that he made no money off that. I'm gonna play you guys a clip off this recent Drink Champs episode that he did where he admits that.
And that always stuck in my head. So when I start dropping all these hits and this and that, I mean, no problem with the labels because they all help. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But there's no way why I shouldn't be making money off Unforgettable.
Right.
There's no way why I shouldn't be making money off Pop That or my first album or second. You know, we got so many hits. You know what I'm saying? Like the hits speak for themselves. I haven't made $1 of Unforgettable and it's almost double diamond.
No, that's wait. Double Diamond is $2 billion.
It's 20 million.
20 million.
Well,
20,
it's about it's
20
it's-
billion.
it's-
That's
it's-
20
it's-
million was sold. But
No,
what
that's
you
just in
mean?
the States. Around the world, probably like 84 or something like that.
Oh, What you mean you ain't make a dollar? How much
dollar.
money they spent on the record?
That's what I'm saying. When you're coming up as an artist, you're not really looking at that.
Mm-hmm.
You're just looking at, okay,
Looking at that upfront money.
upfront money because you're trying to get your bag up. You know what I'm saying? Then once you figure out that you're making money in the back end, now you want the back end too. So it's kind of not fair. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really be mad at the labels because you're supposed to look at all that in the beginning. But now it's on 100%.
So here he's saying he hasn't gotten paid off of Unforgettable. And this is very, very different than a lot of other situations because when artists are talking about not getting paid by their label, it's usually a situation in which they're getting advances based on an album.
I know it's early, but I really to this day don't understand why a lot of niggas want to be rappers. Now I could see if you taking the Currency, Larry June, that approach where, you know, you're doing like independent work and you just putting out products and stuff like that, merch and things, and you're making money independently. But to sign to a label, I mean, I get it. Like, you in the hood, you down bad, you like, yo, I gotta get the funk out of here. So they hit you with this, yo, we gonna give you a $500,000 advancement. What you doing? You watching this, what you doing? You taking the 500,000 or you like, nah, I'm good? You gonna take that damn money.
And they don't have an ultra smash like this. They may have a hit song that's 1 or 2 times platinum, but do you know what Double Diamond is? That is 20
crazy.
million records in the US. And that is a global song. You go to any club, any venue, damn near anywhere, any major city in this world, and Unforgettable is being played. It is an incredible song, and its reach has been amazing. With that being said, let's just first rewind to how Unforgettable happened because that also tells us the money that was involved in this. So in 2017 or 2018 or so, he tells the story, actually August 2nd, 2017, in an interview with the Breakfast Club and how he got the song in the first place or came across the song. So I'm gonna play you guys that clip right now.
So with Jeremiah, then Jeremiah played it.
So that could have been Jeremiah's record.
Yeah, it could have
Damn
been.
it, man, Jeremiah.
It could have been anybody's record. Honestly, it was.
He
up
was
for-
singing on it too?
It was up for grabs. Yeah, like a little part, not a big part. You know what I'm saying? He's singing like a little part, but he played it and skipped it. I'm like, go back. That record right there. He was like, nah, Sway Lee sent me this so I could write something to it. I'm like, oh, where? All right.
Oh, so Sway Lee produced it.
I'll pull it up, huh?
Who produced it?
Kid Ben something. Can you give me his name so I'll give him his credit?
I'm so damn confused. I really thought you went to Africa and you heard like a drum pattern and you got the record.
No, but this is
in.
what I'm saying. The reason why I like the record, why nobody thought it was gonna be that big, because they didn't have that ear. You know what I'm saying? So me, how I found the kids, because I was listening to African music. You know what I'm saying? So I'm skimming through like this African music and I find these kids that's dancing to African.
I gotta go back and listen to that
You know what I'm saying?
song.
That's how
I'm
everything
drawing a
came
blank.
together.
I
See,
forgot how that
Unforgettable
song
would have never been
sound.
that big if any of them artists would have kept it.
Right.
Because of what I did to it. I built a life around it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Went to Uganda, You know what I'm saying? We help the people. We use the.
So, for some context, because people are like, wait, Jeremiah, what's the deal with Jeremiah here? So, he was in the studio. French Montana was in the studio with Jeremiah. Jeremiah was playing some music. One of the songs that Jeremiah played was, I guess, a reference track or something sent in by Sway Lee, because Sway Lee does a lot of hooks for people that he sends out, and he also seems to send out a bunch of reference tracks as well. So, I'm guessing that he said Sway Lee wanted him to write on it, so
they be
maybe
producing.
Jeremiah
Sway Lee
was gonna, and Jeremiah writes for a lot of people too. So maybe Sway Lee wanted Jeremiah to write out a verse or something, some sort of a situation. But Sway Lee was on it. And French Montana, with a good ear, not enough credit is given to French Montana for having a good ear. It's easy to dismiss him and say, man, this guy just blew up off of Sway Lee's song. Oh, that's light work. It's same thing that people do with DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled can pick hits. Picking a hit is not easy either, especially when you're putting up your own money for it, as opposed to, just stumbling upon a hit, releasing your own music. Regardless, we talk about the money that was involved in getting the song himself. And I'm going to play you guys that clip right now.
The person actually that had the estate for the sample died in a private plane crash.
What?
Yes, it was so much to clear the record.
I heard.
But I know I had to pay like $300,000 for that record.
I heard the record was a lot to clear.
$300K.
Yeah, I had to pay like $300,000
That's how you
out of
knew
my
it
own
was-
pocket,
That's crazy.
not the label. Out of my own pocket, I had to pay $300,000.
That's how passionate you felt about it.
Then go to the label and be like, look, labels, we can only give you half of that. We never heard about nobody paying $300,000. I say, all right, that's what you call believing in the
You
record.
believed in yourself in that record. So what happened with the lady?
So they
with the
gave him
estate?
150.
It was more of honestly, it was more of it wasn't even that. It was Sway Lee's single too. So it was kind of like, but Sway Lee got some, a lot of music. So I'm like, yo, let me get that. And Mike Will already had something going on with it. Then the record had leaked. You know what I'm saying? So it was like 5 months to get that record.
300,000. What made you want to pay 300,000 though? Like, what made you be like, you know what? Just like, what was the energy you was feeling that knew this was the one?
Mind you, 300,000, then another 300,000 to shoot the video. So I'm already 600,000 in the hole.
But you made that back already, so.
Big time.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That record's like, what, 5-time platinum around the world besides the States. And it's double out over here, so like 7 million already.
See, when you do stuff like that, it's like, why even be signed to a major?
So he's saying that Mike Will was involved with this.
Yeah,
They
basically.
had to buy the song. So he said he spent $300,000 of his own.
But the thing is, too, like when you sign to a label, you got that backing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why that song was able to do the numbers that it did. You think about the radio spins, the streaming, all of that, playing at venues and everything. Yeah. And then you do a music video for it. It was so much put behind that. Whereas if you're an independent artist, it's not the same thing. Not to say that you can't have a breakout song, but it would be more so on the underground scene. You know what I mean? It's a little bit different.
Own money. He said not the label money. He was with Sylvia Rohn, I think, so this was Epic Records, and that's already an expense that he took up front, and then he took the music video cost as well. And this song ended up being a smash, right? So if French Montana paid $300K out of his own pocket, and the song is profitable, that song is very, very profitable, because let's just say they spent a couple $100,000 on marketing the song. They made that very quickly. And why he was getting paid is we should circle back to Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap's a great example because Fetty Wap blew up quickly, but he got signed to 300. And Fetty Wap even said he took the lowest advance possible because they offered him a big advance of like, I think hundreds of thousands or in the millions. And he said he took only a 50K advance or a 250K advance. He took a baby advance because he paid it back so quickly. So what Fetty Wap was saying, and I don't remember the exact interview, so I can't cite it for you like I can for the French Montana one, but within a week or two, he had recouped. So he was getting royalties from all of the music that was selling during his peak at the same. That's why you saw Fetty Wap spending like crazy. Now, granted, he was one of the biggest artists. He was the biggest artist for about a year and a half in the rap game, at least. So much so that Taylor Swift brought him on stage. So with French Montana, if he paid $300K, what I'm guessing is that they had to reimburse him, or they gave him a huge advance for the album based on the performance of this song. Something is not adding up. So I think what French Montana needs to tell us is how big of a bag did they give you for your album? because was it 7 figures? Was it 8 figures for your next project? Because there's no reason that this song is not paying him. And what are the splits? That's what we need to know too, because he paid Sway Lee to clear the song, or he paid to get the song, I think, from the producer. He had to give splits to Sway Lee for sure. Sway Lee was not just getting paid out a flat fee. So Sway Lee is getting splits for that track, and he's on the track too. And you had to pay Sway Lee. So what is the cut that French Montana is getting? And this is where I'm saying things aren't adding up, because if he got paid $0, that's impossible.
See, this is the thing, being in the rap industry, being in the music industry, there's so many moving parts with this shit, right? And there's so many people that's in your pockets, or they cut, because everybody's playing a part, has some sort of instrumentation into the creation of the song. See, this is why Prince was so unique in his own way and really was like that nigga in the sense, because he not only wrote for himself, he wrote his own music, he played his own instruments, like he did it all, you know what I'm saying? Because he didn't want nobody to say like, look, I want my cut. No, I do everything, you know what I'm saying? So that's how you got to be.
That song recouped a long time ago. That song recouped probably 7 years ago. So French Montana, even if French Montana had a 10%, let's say, of the track, which we don't even know, but let's just say 10%, he should have earned money. He can't say $0 in that case. It would be in the millions for sure. Because even academics, when he would talk about this, he would estimate, and he's accurate with these estimates because he's seen these type of numbers. And I'm going to play you guys just a short clip of what he said that this song made overall to date.
If you ask me the reason why I think French didn't make no money off of it, because it's Sway Lee's song. Like, Sway Lee sent him the song. Sway didn't have that much credit or that much faith in it, but it's Sway's song. It took a year, and he said, yo, you're not going to put this out? And he just put it out. He put it out on, like, SoundCloud. And this is how it works every single time. This is why they clear samples before you put it out. Because the moment the label knows it's a hit, they're not going to go back and when they're doing their, because they got to do the paperwork. They're not going to say, oh, thank you for leaking the song. Because when you leak the song, that's kind of like sabotaging the song. Thanks for leaking the song that proved to us that the song's a hit. Let's give you 50% of a song that really sways. No, they're going to be like, here's 10%, take it or leave it. Or we can just pull the song down and nobody eats. It's fine. What do you want to do? You already leaked it, and it's a moment for you. You can take it as promo or what? It's probably something of the sort, okay? Okay, if you ask me, it's not that. That song is 100% profitable. There is in no way, shape, or form could a label keep spending to promote that record as opposed to what it's made. That record is made probably $100 million. That record is huge. It's no way the label said, oh, we spent $100 million, so there's no money to be made. We spent 100 and made 100, so no money for y'all. What I think it is the deal that he did for the song. Right? Him and Sway's label probably not the same label, right? Let me see. Unforgettable. Matter of fact, we could just go on Spotify. It's going to tell us right now. Look. Okay, but this came out on his album. Okay. I want to see it as a single. It did come out as a single. Let's search for that. So the single, okay, here it is as a single. Here it is as a single. Here we go. Wait, never mind. Is the Weeknd sample like the beat? If the Weeknd sample is the beat, then the Weeknd got it. Got the money. Oh my God. Yeah, I gotta find the single. The unforgettable single. Wow, they did a lot of remixes to this. Okay, let's just click on one of these. Oh, so he's on Bad Boy and Epic. All right, let's see where is Sway Lee at? Well, we could just stay here and kind of look at it, right? Won't Be Late. Okay, that's his song. They're on Interscope. Yeah. Epic is on Sony. Sway Lee's on Interscope. Yeah. You just leaked our song? What do you think we're going to give you 50-50? Sway's on the hook. He procured the beat. You basically just remixed and leaked our song. They might do some shit where they're like, hey, listen, there's probably some licensing there, and they license it to Epic/Bad Boy. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gotten some money from it. It's just not Sway's.
Man, these songs are like trading cards, for real.
Right? Unfortunately for him, Sway's getting paid.
Him and Sway Lee's label aren't on the same label because I think Sway Lee's with Interscope. But this is the thing Academics was talking about, like, oh, nah, you know, if he leaked the song. So unless Academics has a different version of the story from how this song first released, because he was on Bad Boy Epic, French Montana, that is. And from what we saw and heard, French Montana did not, this wasn't some sort of, oh, he leaked the track and it blew up, because French Montana doesn't have that strength of like, oh, a French Montana leak turned into a hit. No, he usually does this the proper way, and he even said that. So before the song released, he bought and made sure everything was settled and ready for it to drop. So it can't even be a situation to where Academics was trying to allude to, which is, oh yeah, you leaked the track, it went crazy, they're on Interscope, and they're like, hey, either we're going to take this down or you're going to give us the terms that we want, which is you getting almost nothing out of it. Like, let's say a Sting type situation where he's taking 85%. But that can't be the case. Like, French Montana clearly had everything together, and it was released on French Montana's album. So my guess is that the deal that French Montana was in, he still hasn't recouped that deal, which means that they probably gave him tens of millions of dollars in advances for him to not be able to collect on the song. So Academics is estimating that the song made 100 million. So let's just say French Montana's percentage is 10. We're lowballing it, but
10 mil.
yeah, let's just say 10 million, right? So if 10 million is how much French Montana was going to make from the song, then that means that French Montana's label had given him north of 10 million. Because let's say 15 to 20 million that they've given him in advances while he was there. Because if we're being real here, French Montana's albums don't sell anything. It's one song that makes the album go gold. Like, he'll have Lockjaw.
He had a couple of joints on that album. He had the song "A Lie" with The Weeknd. He also had "Lifestyle," "No Stylist." That was my shit. And then this one, like I said, I gotta go back and listen to this one. But that album had a couple of bangers on there. I wouldn't listen to the whole thing all the way through, but I remember that time because I ain't had no kid back then.
He'll have hits on the song, No Shopping, things like that. So that is the only scenario I can think of as to why he did not get any money off of the song. Because the album budgets that he got were so high that he still hasn't recouped. And for him to not recoup, it would have to be in the tens of millions of dollars. So that's all I can comfortably estimate. Now, what do you guys think? I think French Montana's got to tell us what was the biggest advance? Have you ever gotten an 8-figure advance for an album? Because when we're talking 8-figure advances, we're talking to Travis Scott, for instance, something like that. Somebody where you know is like, okay, this is going to be a big album. Meek Mill is somebody that's also struggled because he's talking about, I haven't caught a check. But the reason for that is because he took such a big advance. And whenever French Montana dropped,
you could make the argument that French and Meek are kind of in the same classroom. You know what I mean? When it comes to just rap overall, they don't really do high numbers with their album sales, but they'll always hit you with a single that goes, high on the Billboard charts. You know what I'm saying? But give you a full listen through album, you're not really probably going to get that from them. You know what I'm saying? They really live off the singles, the success of that, to get them a bag,
So we do see a lot of odd things happening around his album. So odd by, I mean, like numbers getting juiced, things like that, and who knows how much is going into the budget. But yeah, for ad spend and marketing and things like that, Unforgettable is they haven't spent a dime on marketing since 2016, most likely, or 2017, whenever the song really took off. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. I don't think French Montana would cap about not earning at all from the song, but there are some details and some inconsistencies from the story that he told us and what Academics is reporting, because I know Academics is tight with French. Like, they've done a bunch of interviews, they're cool, so we need more information on this. Like, I will not sleep until we get more info, because this is one of the biggest songs of it.
You do that, bro, and we'll be waiting. So that's the end of that video. But I do want to say this. Listen, the independent niggas got the blueprint. They got the formula, okay? The Larry Junes, the Currencies, the Rock Marcianos, like these dudes, Westside Gun and all them, like all the underground, like not too mainstream dudes. They got the formula. And I say that because they'll drop a mixtape or an album, and they'll go and get it pressed up on vinyl, CDs. Like, I got a couple of joints. I got Freddie Gibbs joint that came out over the summer. How am I forgetting the damn name of it? See, I'm getting old, man. I'm drawing a blank. But his project, I got that. I went and got that joint with 2 Chainz, Larry June, and The Alchemist. I got the vinyl for that. And what else do I got? I also got Larry June's Spaceships on the Blade. I got that CD. And so, yeah, I brought also the Clips, that last joint they did with the Cause artwork. So I'm saying all this to say this. I'm going to bring it all back. I'm going to make it make sense. These dudes, they have the proper formula. They not only are pressing up their music and they're selling units, but they're also doing tours, doing shows, making that bag. And they got merch. Like I know Larry, that nigga be selling juice and clothes and all of that. So these mainstream dudes, they need to take notes from the dudes that aren't signed to a major. You know, they really winning out here. But y'all let me know down in the comments what y'all think of this whole situation. If you made it this far into the video, like I always say, I'm glad that y'all made it all the way to the end. It means a lot to me. I put a lot into these videos. And with that being said, we're going to get on to the next one. Make sure you tune in. It's your boy Robbie, and we out.